The proposal. Anton Chekhov.
What does Chubukov at first suspect that Lomov has come for? Is he sincere when he later says, "And I've always loved you, my angel, as if you were my own son"? Find reasons for your answer from the play.
At first, Chubukov suspects that Lomov has come to borrow money. He is not sincere when he later says that he has always loved Lomov as if he were his own son. This is evident from his earlier thoughts about refusing to lend Lomov any money if he asked for it. Chubukov only expresses affection when he realizes that Lomov has come to propose to his daughter, Natalia. This insincerity highlights his opportunistic nature.
Chubukov says of Natalia, "As if she won't consent. She's in love, egad, she's like a lovesick cat." Would you agree? Find reasons for your answer.
Chubukov claims that Natalia is in love with Lomov, describing her as a lovesick cat. However, this statement seems exaggerated. Natalia does not exhibit any signs of being in love with Lomov throughout the play. She appears more concerned about material possessions, like her land and her dog. Their constant arguments over trivial matters further suggest that neither Natalia nor Lomov is genuinely in love with the other.
Find all the words and expressions in the play that the characters use to speak about each other, and the accusations and insults they hurl at each other.
Words and expressions used to describe each other. Chubukov, grabber, intriguer, old rat, Jesuit. Natalia, lovesick cat, excellent housekeeper, not bad-looking, well-educated. Lomov, good neighbor, friend, impudent, pettifogger.
The principle forgive and forget helps a lot in maintaining cordial relations with our neighbors. Do you think Anton Chekhov conveys this message in the play The Proposal?
Yes, Anton Chekhov conveys the message that the principle of forgive and forget helps in maintaining cordial relations with neighbors. In the play, Lomov, Natalia, and Chubukov often argue over trivial matters, such as the ownership of oxen meadows or the superiority of their dogs. These arguments escalate into heated disputes, damaging their relationships. However, when Natalia learns that Lomov had come to propose to her, she immediately drops the argument and asks for forgiveness. This act of reconciliation highlights the importance of forgiving and forgetting to preserve harmony in relationships.
Describe the first fight between Lomov and Natalia.
Lomov visits Natalia to propose to her but ends up arguing about the ownership of oxen meadows. He claims the meadows belong to his family, while Natalia insists they are hers. The argument escalates when Chubukov, Natalia's father, joins the quarrel. They hurl accusations and insults at each other, overshadowing Lomov's real purpose for the visit. This fight reflects their inability to focus on meaningful issues, leading to unnecessary conflicts.
Give a character sketch of Lomov.
Lomov is a wealthy but physically weak landowner. Although not deeply in love with Natalia, he wishes to marry her because of her housekeeping skills and beauty. He is indecisive and nervous, often getting distracted by trivial matters, as seen when he quarrels over oxen meadows and dogs instead of proposing. His behavior highlights his lack of confidence and tendency to overreact, yet he ultimately succeeds in proposing.
Why does Chubukov suspect Lomov when he comes to his house?
When Lomov arrives dressed formally, Chubukov initially suspects he is attending a formal event. Later, when Lomov asks for help, Chubukov assumes he has come to borrow money. These suspicions reflect Chubukov's distrustful nature.
Describe the dispute between Natalia and Lomov over their dogs and its impact on their relationship.
Natalia and Lomov argue over the superiority of their dogs, Squeezer and Guess. Natalia claims her dog is better, while Lomov defends his dog's hunting abilities despite its flaws. This petty argument reveals their stubbornness and inability to manage conflicts, overshadowing the purpose of Lomov's visit. Such trivial disputes highlight the importance of tolerance and mutual respect in relationships.
Examine the use of irony in The Proposal.
Chekhov employs irony throughout the proposal to critique societal norms. Despite Lomov's intention to propose marriage, his visit devolves into heated arguments over insignificant issues. The character's preoccupation with trivial disputes, even in the context of a marriage proposal, highlights the absurdity of their priorities and adds a layer of humor to the play.
Analyze the ending of the proposal and its implications for the characters involved.
The play concludes with Lomov and Natalia agreeing to marry, but their union is immediately followed by another argument. This cyclical pattern suggests that their relationship will continue to be fraught with petty disputes. The ending implies that societal pressures and material concerns have overshadowed genuine emotional connection, leading to a marriage that is more a social contract than a romantic partnership.
How does Anton Chekhov use humor to convey serious themes in the proposal?
Chekhov employs humor through exaggerated characters, absurd situations, and witty dialogues to highlight serious themes like the triviality of disputes, the superficiality of social manners, and the materialistic nature of society. The constant bickering between Lomov and Natalia over insignificant issues, despite the underlying marriage proposal, underscores the pettiness that can dominate human interactions.
Describe the role of Chubukov in the development of the play's plot.
Stefan Chubukov, Natalia's father, plays a pivotal role as a mediator and catalyst in the play. Initially, he is hospitable towards Lomov but quickly gets entangled in the disputes. His changing demeanor, from welcoming to confrontational, adds to the comedic tension. Ultimately, he pushes Lomov and Natalia towards reconciliation, ensuring the proposal takes place, thus driving the plot to its conclusion.
Examine the significance of the setting in the proposal.
The play is set in the rural countryside of Russia, specifically in the drawing room of Chubukov's house. This confined setting intensifies the interactions between the characters, highlighting their provincial mindsets and preoccupations with land ownership. The setting reflects the societal norms of the time, where land and property were central to social status and marriage alliances.
How do the arguments over oxen meadows and the dogs contribute to the central theme of the play?
The disputes over oxen meadows and the superiority of their dogs serve as a satire on the trivial concerns that overshadow significant matters like marriage. These arguments reveal the characters' pettiness and stubbornness, emphasizing how minor issues can escalate and impede meaningful relationships. They underscore the central theme of misplaced priorities in human interactions.
Analyze the character of Natalia Stepanovna and her role in the play.
Natalia Stepanovna is a 25-year-old, strong-willed, and assertive woman. She is argumentative, especially regarding property disputes, yet reveals a softer side upon learning of Lomov's proposal. Her character embodies the contradictions of pride and vulnerability, and her interactions with Lomov drive the comedic conflicts and eventual resolution of the play.